Today, I'll be telling you the legacy and legend of the greatest DPS in HSR history, Seele. She's the DPS that has held the position of the strongest in all modes for the longest amount of time. In MOC, she was the best with the most impressive feats from 1.0 all the way to Facial's release in 2.5. And in PF, she was the best alongside Argenty all the way until its revamp. Although PF has buffs that affect the results, she's the best when it's neutral. For example, when there's either a universal buff or no buff at all for most units. AS is too biased, but on the only non-biased boss, which is Doomsday Beast, she was the best until Facial released. Seele is the unit that proved power creep is not a real issue. People actually thought Dinglio power crept her in 1.4, but that's only because they were greedy and stupid. Seele back then was able to zero cycle at 2 cost, which can easily be lowered to 1 if the account owner bought Herda Shop Light Cone, since Seele's signature isn't all that good. Neither Dinglio nor Imbibitor Lune was remotely comparable to Seele at a high level. Even after Acheron released, Seele still stopped her, managing to do 1 cost zero cycle on Aventuring while off weakness, while Acheron can only do 2 cost against Lightning Weak, making Seele's performance essentially 2 cost ahead of her. Jiaoqiu only lowered the gap to 1 cost but couldn't close it fully. Hoyoverse had to make the most predatory boss in history to counter Seele, by sealing off her resurgence while letting her fight an AoE shared HP boss. And they had to do it again with another boss, because otherwise none of their new units would look good against Seele. Even Facial, who managed to take Seele's lowest cost 0 AV feats on the only non-biased AS, and also beat or match her on most MOC, couldn't match her in PF and lost to her recently in MOC, proving that even the best newly released unit on paper cannot power creep Seele, and also proving HP inflation can't either, since said MOC is in 3.x. The MOC in question being the previous True Sting, which Seele managed to 1 cost again, and that 1 cost isn't even done by me nor is it done on PS, proving that a Seele not functioning at full potential can already reach that level. The showcase is also the most viewed HSR showcase in general by a mile, clocking in at over 2 million views, which really goes to show how much aura Seele has. The only MOC stages Seele can't 1 cost other than shared HP are Hule, Svarrogue Pro Max, and True Sting Pro Max, and those just happen to be the ones that literally nobody in the game can 1 cost. She's also the only hunt unit that is broken in PF due to her ability to perform combos, which can go on for an infinite amount of moves if need be at a higher cost. Nobody have nor will ever have the same level of dominance as Seele in HSR. Notice how I didn't mention Nicodor in the list of MLC stages earlier? That's because I have a feeling that she'll be able to 1 cost 0 cycle that too, because despite being 5 targets, Nicodor doesn't have shared HP, proving my point earlier about shared HP bosses intentionally griefing Seele. Despite all of those feats and accomplishments I've mentioned, Hoyoverse plans on buffing old units, including Seele. That's why today I'll be doing the infinite combo, which requires a higher cost than most could afford, but without broken PF units like Tribi, since Seele doesn't need that. This is to show you what Seele will be able to accomplish at a low cost after getting buffed. Hoyoverse doesn't know jack shit about balancing. I rest my case.
la tête inside, you my good boy, night, you're my yeah,